Welcome everyone, welcome to the Duke Now channel. Today we'll be talking about Game of Thrones, we'll talk about the season finale. I will talk about the season 8 and how I'm not too, happy with it. But I want to talk about in this video is about the petition going on with Game of Thrones. And of course, some actors don't agree with it. Some actors say, hey, the fans can do whatever they want, but the series is over. Now, one of the things I do want to talk about is, of course, one of the actors is, of course, Sansa. Or, again, Sophie Turner, what she thinks of the petition, and why I think it's not disrespectful. Again, I'm going to quote her little quote here. It says, all these petitions and things like that, I think it's disrespectful to the crew and to the writers and the filmmakers who worked tirelessly over 10 years and for 11 months shooting the last season. She said, like 50 or something night shoots, so many people work so hard on it, and people just to rubbish it because it's not what they want to see. It's just disrespectful. Again, totally agree with that. I totally agree that there are creators, there are people that are working tirelessly overnight. The actors are working tirelessly, the directors are working tirelessly, the writers are working tirelessly to create this amazing fantasy for everyone to enjoy. But you can tell that the work that they put in season 8 is not in par with the rest of the seasons. And you can definitely tell that from you can definitely tell from the compressed season this is. It's only 6 episodes long and everything happens quick. Not only that, you already have mistakes already going on that you didn't see in the past seasons. The past seasons took their time. Character development. If it took 5 episodes to explain one single problem, they would do that, and it made the problems and the solution so much satisfying. Now in season 8, everything just goes by really quick. From episode 1 from episode 2, things are going out too quick. There's no build up of whatever this is. You have no explanation of why people are doing things. They are just doing them. Now, I do like things that happened this season. I'm not saying that the whole season sucks. I'm not saying that episode 5 sucks, which is the most controversial one, the bells, right? I don't think it's the worst, it's the worst TV episode in the world or HBO episode in the world. I'm just saying it's just not in par with the seasons. And it is disrespectful to kind of do this petition. Now, I do agree with the petition that there should be maybe more, but not a remake of the season, because you're kind of bashing on it, and I don't want anyone bashing on it. Now, I'm gonna also look at the petition. I'm gonna put on the screen what the petition looks like, and it is disrespectful. I mean, if you really think about it, it says David Benioff, I think I pronounced it right, and DB Wise, or if it's German Wise, have proven themselves to be woefully incompetent writers when they have no source material. With the books to fall back on. This series deserves a final season that makes sense, subvert my expectations, and make it happen, HBO. Now, you're pretty much saying that the writers suck, and they are incompetent to write a good season. I mean, these guys have been doing it for the last 7 seasons. What happened in this season? Why it felt so rushed? I don't know. We kind of have to go behind the scenes on that, and we don't have that yet. The documentary for Game of Thrones is happening on May 26th on this Sunday, so we'll probably see more of that hard work going on. Now, again, I don't think it's disrespectful. I think I think the backlash, it's a bit justified by being just a rush season. If I really want to talk about the whole series now, the finale was a disappointment. Now, I am happy on how it ended, kind of. It just gave it a nice little bow tie and it finished it off. But the way they did it, it just wasn't built up. It would just happen right away within a 30-minute scene or 30-minute video that should have been compressed or expanded into at least 3 or 4 episodes, right? They had to build up this kind of. There's no way that Jon would have just stabbed Daenerys right away just because Tyrion said it. I mean, again, definitely, The justification is, of course, she burned a whole bunch of innocent people. She burned a lot of children, and keep repeating that, a lot of children. Definitely get that. But there had to be a build-up. There had to be satisfying build for him to do that. He wouldn't just do that off the bat. And there's a lot of plot holes. For instance, Drogon doesn't do shit. I'm pretty sure he can sense Jon Snow about to, probably do some harm to his mother, and he just kind of looks at him and just kind of lets him be. I guess because he's Targaryen, not too sure. That's the thing. It doesn't explain why characters, creatures are doing things. The Night King, throughout the whole season, season 1, episode 1, you start off with the White Walkers. You're already building up the White Walkers. You don't see the White Walkers all the way into episode 3 or even episode 4. Season 3, episode 4 with Jon Snow. There is no build-up. Things are building up. Tensions are building up in the kingdoms. And then the White Walkers come, right? In one single battle, one Winterfell battle, the Night King is killed automatically. There is no reason why he's doing it. Apparently, he's just a killing machine. He wants to kill everything. It doesn't justify his actions. It just happens. Why? Because we are trying to make a finale. They already claimed it was a finale, so they have to finish it. Now, I heard rumors that apparently HBO gave the DD brothers the advantage to do 2 more seasons or 10 episodes in the season, and they said no. They said we can do it in 6 episodes, and they did it. They did it, but again, it wasn't satisfying. There is no build-up whatsoever. I don't think it's disrespectful to do a petition. How the petition is posted, definitely disrespectful. The writers are brilliant people. Throughout the whole season, I definitely saw the behind the episodes of every episode and explained why they're doing things. But in this episode or in this season, every single behind the episode does not explain some of the plot holes that the whole episode has. Now, again, things are just happening because they have to, because the script has to. Now, in the past seasons, that's not really the case. Things are happening. Things are pretty much, they're a little bit more, instead of convenient, they're more reasonable. And this season is kind of the convenient season. It's convenient to have this. It's convenient to have that. It was convenient to have this character show up out of nowhere. It was convenient for this character to have this. Now, again, the petition, definitely something that we should definitely kind of look at. Let's kind of understand why it's happening and just let it go. Because Game of Thrones is not doing a remake. Trust me, they're not going to do it. We can wish for spinoffs. We can wish for prequels, right? But we cannot wish for a remake. It's not happening, just like, Star Wars The Last Jedi. That was another mess that happened. It's not happening. It's still canon. Now, the best thing you can hope for, of course, is Game of Thrones books. Now, another thing why I think this season was just kind of disappointing, and it doesn't confirm the author's disappointment, doesn't confirm that he's disappointed. I'm just saying that he even says he will write a different ending than what the show is. He's not trashing the show. He respects the show's ending, but he says that's a whole media there. I'm gonna leave that alone. That is not for me to say anything, and I'm gonna make my own ending, okay? And you can definitely expect a better ending in the books, or maybe you can expect another disappointing ending in the books. Who knows? He kind of says yes, no, that he will definitely make a better ending, or it will kind of mirror the show's ending. Probably some factors will do that, but I hope in the books, again, I'm not a book reader of the Game of Thrones, I don't know, but maybe some of you guys are. I hope that in the books, the same things happen in the show, but there's a build up to it. And again, it's a book, so there's more room for that. I understand that this is a show. Actors get tired. People get tired. Things happen. I understand that. But for instance, there are mistakes going on, like that coffee cup or water bottles on the freaking foot of some of the main cast. Who edited this? Like, who said, that's okay, we don't have to digitally remove that? Let's just hurry up. Let's put it on HBO Go. We need to start working on something else. Who knows what? Again, I think the D brothers are working on the Star Wars show for the Disney subscription. Who knows? Don't know. The thing is, Sansa, I'm a bit confused. on the petition that you said. Okay, I'm trying to do the worst impression of Peter Baelish, Littlefinger, but again, don't think it's disrespectful. What do you guys think? Do you guys think the petition is disrespectful? Do you think it's actually reasonable to have this? Again, what do you guys think of Sophie Turner's comment on the petition itself? Do you guys agree with her or disagree with her? Do you guys agree with me? What do you guys think? Do you guys want me to talk about the season finale? I will definitely talk that in a different video. Just comment down below. Let me know. Give you a thumbs up or dislike, whatever you guys want. And of course, ring that notification bell. This is the Duke Now channel. Oh, whoa, hold on. Don't forget to subscribe into the channel. Press the subscribe button so you can get, of course, notifications of what's happening in this channel. My next video will be a review, a gaming review. Thank you so much, guys, and have a great day.
Dinklage, Peter 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 Dinklage.